I like the Detroit Red Wings. They're 2-1 plus 200 against the Tampa Bay Lightning. Detroit is on the road. The over-under for this one is 6.5. Detroit's underlying metrics throughout the first 15 or so games of the season were ugly. They were still getting results. They were hanging around the playoff picture, but everyone kind of thought, this is a house of cards, smoke and mirrors. But over the last 10 games, they've started to trend up a little bit. They're starting to tilt the ice in the right direction. They're driving play towards the correct net, and they're still getting decent goaltending from, Ville Husso, Alex Nedeljkovic, not so much. It's inconsistent, but I think that the upside here is good enough against a Lightning team that's been great form, but I think this is a good sell high spot. So I'll back the Red Wings, who, there's been a couple teams like this season that have been really streaky. Like they'll alternate like 6-game losing streaks with 6-game winning streaks. And I think the Red Wings went 4-game win streak, 4-game lose streak, and then another like a 3-game win streak, and then another losing streak. So maybe the Red Wings are starting a good streak here. They won on Sunday, so I'll take Detroit at plus 200.
Yeah, I like it. And I'll jump in with Detroit to go to the narrative of when someone gets out of the lineup, like Tyler Bertuzzi, that opens up avenues for shot props and prop targets. David Perron's starting to thrive in the shot prop market. And I think this is a great spot to go back to the well on him. So he's a guy I'm definitely going to be watching for at open tomorrow, hoping for a decent price on over 2.5 shots. He's killing it in that game now. He's 6 for 7. I tried to ride this prop earlier in the year after his playoff. He had a bit of a slow start. Now he's up on the top line. I think it's just a great time to go back to that narrative. It makes sense that he's started to pour the puck onto the net.
Yeah. David Perron is he's never seen a shot he doesn't like in his career, so it would make sense to start to see his numbers kind of start trending up. Your favorite underdog for Tuesday night?
Yeah, my favorite underdog, the Jets, are around plus money right now. I think they're very live to beat the Panthers, specifically if Barkov and Lundell remain sidelined. We talked about last week how we loved Lundell props. He'd been really good to us. Unfortunately, when we pitched him on Thursday, he got injured after skating 3 minutes in the game, which happens in prop markets. And the reason we liked him that game was because he was being elevated to the top center position and on the top power play. Now with him out, Florida getting pretty depleted. That's 2 meaningful absences in the same position, which is where it starts to stack up. The Jets have been pretty strong at home. I think at plus 100, this is just a great spot and to get back on them.
Yeah, I like the Jets too. They're a funky team, man. I'm enjoying what they're putting together this season, especially with that core, because you know that Dubois is leaving. They tried to trade Scheifele, they tried to trade Wheeler, and it's just like galvanizing them. And like you said last week, like Josh Morrissey, who 3 seasons ago I feel like was a great kept secret and one of the biggest kept secrets in the NHL. Then he just completely kind of floundered, and he's found his game as well. And of course, Hellebuck, as long as he's starting, gives them a really high floor. So the Jets, I'm with you on the Jets. I will, when the Panthers get healthy, the Sasha Barkov thing is a little strange. They're being a little
It's really
coy.
strange, honestly. Yeah. A lot of people are commenting on that. They don't really know what's going on and that it could be a little more than is kind of being stated.
Yeah, it's a little weird. And I was talking about last week on this show, and then we do our NHL.com collaboration, which you were on this week, and that the Panthers generally are a team that I've circled to buy, but if Barkov's out long term, it really changes everything for this team. So just keep that in mind. But I still think that Florida should trend in the right direction.
Yeah, and like
over the long term.
to further comment on this too, like people talk about the Paul Maurice narrative. I think there's still some guys in that room that kind of want to get him a little bit too. So it's a 2-way street where there's a lot of money on the board from each side, and it'll be a really good game. So I think definitely one, if you're looking for a little action, want to watch a fun contest, that should be a great game.